The Roosters 28 defeated Parramatta 0. Barney, you may as well start with some stats.
Yeah, well, so we had 5 tries to nil, 4 out of 5 conversions, and a missed penalty goal from the Roosters. 76% completion, played 74. 31 out of 41 sets, played 28 out of 38. 8 line breaks to 2, 22 tackle busts for the Roosters, 35 for Parramatta. 7 offloads to 18. One forced dropout for Parramatta. No 40-20s. 326 tackles, played 364. 2 ruck infringements to 4, 3 penalties conceded to 2, 11 errors to 12. Sam Verrills made 38 tackles, Mahoney with 49, Manu with 331 metres, and Gutherson with 223. Sam Walker missed 8 tackles out of his 19 that he made. Satilli missed 7, and Stone missed 4 for Parramatta. Manu got 108 Supercoach points, Walker with 87, and Papali'i with 74.
Ollie, you can lead us away. What do you take from this game?
Well, I'm going to bring him up straight away. The man, Joey Manu, a freakish performance, but then again, we're saying that every week now. As to your James Tedesco's, etc. This Sydney Roosters side, it seems they're counted out just about every week. It's like, okay, this is the week where the wheels fall off, and they have fallen off a little bit, or I'd say gotten a bit looser in certain games, but they always manage to hit back. Obviously, Parramatta weren't great either, and there are plenty of question marks around them. But to see the Roosters put on a dominant display against currently a top 4 side, I think only does their chances of possibly making a run deep into the finals that bit better. But yeah, Parramatta were pretty much off the pace for the entire game. I thought Gutho tried hard. Surprise there. And I thought he was all right. He was trying to get those blokes to jump on his back and ride with him. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to do it in this one. And obviously at a certain moment got quite frustrated, I guess we could say, with a certain comment, but just a clinical performance from the Roosters.
Yeah. Isn't it crazy? First of all, a quick one for both of you. How scary would the Roosters be right now if they were full strength?
Oh, yeah, there'd be another probably 20 points in them, I would imagine. They probably would have well and truly put Parramatta away, I think, in this one, if you add the players that they're missing back in there.
But that being said, isn't it amazing that the teams peaking right now? The Roosters, you'd say, are Trent Robertson, Souths, Wayne Bennett, Craig Bellamy's team, and I guess Desi's to an extent as well. It's almost like they know how to coach. But in terms of this game, well, you've covered a lot, and I'll let Barney speak about how good the Roosters were and Joey Manu. I thought the Butchers were good for them off the bench. Both of them did a pretty good job off the bench, I thought. Tupanua was tremendous again. He's now, I don't know if Radley being back's eased his workload a little bit, but he's now looks dangerous every run. Crichton's always good, as we know. And the forwards are just really hitting the straps. And even with playing on the wing here, Manu, Tedesco are now 2 very good strike players, and Teddy can now set his sights on finals time and doesn't have to be too second guessing himself for Origin or anything like that. What do you take from the Roosters outfit, Barn?
Oh, just on the 2 back rowers, that's probably got to be close to the best second row combination running around, I think, now at the moment with Satilli and Crichton. Their last couple of weeks they've put together have been amazing.
Yeah.
I thought the first 15-20 was pretty tough and pretty much went to script for both teams, straight up the middle. Big tough forward battle in the middle there. But as soon as Parramatta started to sort of lose their legs a little bit, you could see there was a direct plan from the Roosters to come back in behind the ruck with their quicker players like your Walkers, Manu, Tedesco, sniffing in and around that ruck and straightening the play back up. And they benefited straight away as soon as they started doing that. Obviously, Manu made the first break up through the guts, and then they just played Parramatta back through the middle and just on the outside edges of their defence, and they just couldn't hold them. They were too quick, too fast. They played with too much tempo. And Parramatta went out of their way to, obviously, I mentioned it last week that they just played straight through the middle and they had no creativity at all in their attack. And this week they just decided they were going to give the ball straight to the outside backs.
Yeah.
And then they started to lay a platform, and then they just started going from side to side, and they looked like the Bulldogs.
And I was going to say, then all that happened was the outside backs decided they better give it to the other outside backs, and they'll just go left to right.
There was no direction. It wasn't, when you go, you can go wide, but you still need to be going forward as you're going wide. Each bloke needs to be sort of entering the line or sort of playing just before they get to the line, but it was just straight across the back line.
Yep.
So all the defense had to do was slide across, and then you've got, man on man out wide, and you're not going to beat the Roosters by just playing straight to the outside edges. You have to force some holes through their attack. And yeah, as I mentioned, I thought Parramatta at times in this game looked like the Bulldogs. They just looked like they had no creativity. They had no game plan. And they didn't look like scoring a try apart from kicks.
Well, I was all
I thought
excited.
the Opacek one was a try. I thought that was a pretty rough call, which would have got them off the 0. But other than that, they didn't look like scoring apart from their kicking game.
That's right. They were very ordinary Parramatta, and I was all geared up at the end of this game to give them a serve tonight, and then I had to watch the Friday night game. But they were woeful. And this school of thought that particularly from Parramatta fans that they can't win a comp with Mitchell Moses. Well, they sure as hell can't win a comp without him. So they probably should be slightly grateful. They were embarrassingly bad. They at times didn't have plans. At times Gutho tries too hard. He had a bit of almost the Teddy thing going where he was trying too hard. The left to right, you mentioned. There was a set just before, it was about 3 minutes before full half time, where they had a bit of momentum down the side and no one actually wanted the ball from Parramatta. The dummy half didn't want it. The first receiver didn't want it. They stood and looked at each other. And I think eventually someone just rolled on the ground and got tackled. And it was embarrassing. Your point about the edges, you got Papi there, and he can hit holes, but they've got no one. Nathan Brown, all right, he's great at getting it from the 50 to the 40, but he doesn't run lines when
don't run lines.
He doesn't. Madison should be, and has got an offload, but there's just no. And I know we're talking about probably 3 games now, so it hasn't been all year, but there's just no creativity. And a lot of Madison's points though come off Moses kicks. If you really go back and look, are either the bump backs or the catching and an offloading while there's a bit of broken field. There's a real concern. And like I said, also clearing Parramatta morals to beat Souths this week. And I can't possibly think of tipping them now, which is incredible. Very, very worrying. It'll probably be to their benefit. They'll probably miss the 5 and have the easy run the way it's looking, but real concerns. And as I said, if Roosters are full strength, they would be very scary. And even as they are, I still think they're still the 4th best chance this year, perhaps. So
it's looking that way.
Kudos to them, given the depth they've gone to. Kudos to Sam Walker, and we haven't mentioned him, and the way Drew Hutchinson's come back from injury. So they're playing good footy. They're obviously a well-oiled machine, and they'll be there deep into the finals.
Yeah, agree wholeheartedly with your comments on the halves. I thought they were tremendous. Hutchinson just does his job, and Walker was a threat pretty much every time he touched it in this one. The Gillard injury hurt Parramatta, I thought, obviously. He's probably their big meter man in the middle, and Jacob Arthur's kicking game probably hurt Parramatta more than anything else.
Well, I've said it, I've used the line every week, but after these first 2 games, he's now being well exposed. He doesn't offer. Parramatta's best was actually Will Smith, who should have been playing probably 7 without going into any potential favoritism on politics. I don't necessarily play. I'm not necessarily saying that, but I don't think he's ready for first grade at this level is the final say on that. And it was well and truly shown. And shout out to Will Smith for being, I thought, probably Parramatta's best apart from
Papali was their best.
Yeah, Papali and Gutho trying very hard. 3 points Manu, 2 points Walker, 1 point any combination of fullbacks and back rowers.
I gave it to Papali just because of the tough work that he did. Nobody else in that Parramatta team wanted to do it. So,
Ollie?
Personally, I really loved watching your man, Angus Crichton. So I would have given him the 1, but I'm happy to concede to Papali.
I'll go Papali. He was Para's best. And